11 is the hero of Stranger Things. She's the one with the power to close gates, defeat monsters, and save the world. But what if I told you that in Season 5, 11 might become the biggest threat of all? Not because she's evil, but because she's human, and humans break. There's a theory circulating right now called the Dark Phoenix theory. It suggests that 11's trauma, rage, and guilt could push her past the point of control. And when that happens, she won't just destroy Vecna, she'll destroy everything. Today, we're analyzing the psychology of power, grief, and the terrifying possibility that 11's breaking point is closer than we think. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the psychology of trauma and power. 11 has been tortured since birth, raised in a lab, treated as a weapon, not a child. She was forced to kill, manipulate, and suffer for the entertainment of scientists. Even after escaping, her life has been a series of losses. Her mother, catatonic. Hopper, presumed dead. Max, in a coma. Billy, dead, saving her. And Mike, the only person who makes her feel human, is constantly in danger. Psychologically, this is called, quote, 1. It's the result of prolonged trauma with no safe space to heal, and people with complex PTSD don't just experience sadness, they experience rage, deep, uncontrollable rage. And when you combine that rage with the ability to kill with your mind, you get a bomb waiting to explode. Now, let's look at the Dark Phoenix parallel. In X-Men, Jean Grey is a powerful telepath who loses control of her emotions and becomes the Phoenix, a destructive force that nearly destroys the universe. The Phoenix wasn't evil. It was Jean's trauma and power colliding. 11 is walking the same path. In Season 4, we saw glimpses of her darker side. When she was angry at Angela, she didn't just defend herself. She brutally attacked her with a roller skate. When she was in the lab with Dr. Brenner, she didn't just escape. She slaughtered everyone in her way. These weren't moments of self-defense. They were moments of unfiltered rage. And that rage is growing. Here's the scariest part. 11's powers are fueled by emotion. When she's calm, she struggles. When she's angry, she's unstoppable. This is a dangerous combination. In Volume 1 of Season 5, we saw her powers flickering. She's not in control. And if she faces Vecna while emotionally unstable, she could unleash a level of destruction that makes Vecna look weak. Imagine this. Vecna is torturing someone 11 loves. Maybe Mike, maybe Will, and 11 snaps. She doesn't just attack Vecna, she unleashes a psychic shockwave that tears apart the Upside Down and Hawkins. She becomes the very thing she's been fighting, a force of pure destruction. Let's talk about the concept of moral injury. It's a psychological term for the trauma that occurs when someone violates their own moral code. 11's entire identity is built on protecting people. But what if she fails? What if Max never wakes up because 11 wasn't strong enough? What if Mike dies because she hesitated? That guilt, that sense of failure, could shatter her. And when people with immense power shatter, they don't just hurt themselves, they hurt everyone around them. This is why Mike is so important. He's not just her boyfriend, he's her anchor. He's the one person who reminds her that she's not a weapon, she's a person. But in Season 5, Mike is at risk. And if he dies, 11 has no reason to hold back. There's also the Brenner factor. Dr. Brenner spent years conditioning 11 to believe that her worth was tied to her power, that she only mattered if she was useful. Even though he's dead, that programming is still inside her. Psychologically, this is called 4. 11 still believes, deep down, that she has to save everyone, that if she fails, she's worthless. This impossible standard is crushing her. And when it becomes too much, she'll either shut down completely or explode. I think Season 5 will show us the explosion. Here's my prediction. In Volume 2, there will be a moment where 11 is forced to choose. Save Hawkins or save Mike. And she'll try to do both. But the effort will push her beyond her limits. Her powers will spiral out of control. She'll create a feedback loop of psychic energy that starts to collapse reality itself. The group will realize that stopping 11 is just as important as stopping Vecna. And the only person who can reach her is Mike. He'll have to talk her down, remind her that she's loved, that she's enough. It will be the reverse of Season 1. Instead of 11 saving Mike, Mike will save 11. From herself. But here's the dark twist. What if Mike can't reach her in time? What if 11 goes full Dark Phoenix and has to be stopped by force? That would be the most tragic ending. 11 sacrificing herself, not to kill Vecna, but to prevent herself from becoming him. The girl who was treated like a monster her whole life, finally proving she's not, by choosing to stop herself before it's too late. So, is 11 going to lose control? I think it's inevitable. The question is, will she come back from it? Or will her breaking point be the end of everything? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know the wildest theory about the Upside Down's time loop, click this video right here. It changes everything.